Hey fellow YouTubers and Star Wars fans, this is Samurai Man 691, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to recard Star Wars figures if you want to go that route and do your own. I got a request from many eBay customers and fans of my YouTube page on how to recard figures. Now there are plenty of good information and great videos on how to do this, but I'm going to give you a crash course. I don't have a lot of the equipment or small little items that you need to make your own cards, like some metal tool that I saw on one of the videos to cut. I don't have that, so I'm going to show you what you're going to need, I'm going to show you what I have and what I use to make your own if you want to go that route. First things first, we're going to use, this is regular cardboard backing from comic books. You can get this about 100 of these for about $10 pretty much anywhere. I like it because it's strong, and the shorter you cut it, the stronger it gets. And let's see, we're going to need a few tools. We're going to need a razor blade, maybe one of these, or maybe one of these. Either way is good. If you don't have this one's just as good. We got a ruler, and we got this item. This is basically just a piece of wood covered in various materials, just soft enough to iron out the wrinkles on the card. Scissors, a little piece of rag. You're going to need this spray, 77 Super Spray. This is Fine Mist, not the other one. You need this one, 77. Anyone, doesn't have to be 3M, anyone that says Super 77 light spray. So this is the one you're going to need. And you're going to need a glue stick. You can get these anywhere, dollar store. Double-sided tape, again, dollar store. Regular thin tape, again, dollar store. You're going to need your bubble. You can get this on eBay. Just type in replacement Star Wars bubbles. There's a company called AFCOL. They sell these. And you're going to need your figure, your card, and your decal. This is the Death Star Commander. So what we're going to do first, I'm going to give you a crash course on this. Hopefully you can get all the details and give you a little, more or less how I do it. You want to cut around the border, but not on the line exactly. You want to leave a little space. You want to leave a little space so we can trim that off later. We're going to place it in front, like so. Alright, so if you just give me a second, keep the camera rolling. I'm going to spray this. We're going to come back to it. Alright, I'm back. I just sprayed the back of it. Real light mist. We're going to go ahead and just, doesn't have to be perfect. As long as the borders are not outside the cardstock, we're good. Alright. I'm going to press the sides here. And when you do, if you do make your own copies, make sure you do it on glossy paper. Don't use regular paper. You want a nice gloss finish. That's the key to making the cards look good. Alright, now this is where this little handy item comes in. Again, it's just wood covered in you can use cloth, you can use satin. This is also, I'm not sure what material this is, but it's a nice soft material. What you're going to do is you're going to place it on there. And you're just going to press down. And you're going to press up again. And that's pretty much it. Pretty much flat. Now we're going to go ahead and cut. Again, it's never going to come out perfect. It's never going to come out perfect. So what you want to do is you want to go ahead and place the ruler right on the edge. And what's good about this blade, it has many blades you can rip off the top. So if one wears out, you can just cut an extra one off and always have it. You can get a pack of these blades for like $1, pack of 10. Any Walmart or Home Depot. And we're going to go ahead and slice. I like to do it slow, so 2 slices is good enough. Don't try to do it once because you might rip the paper. So we're going to toss that out there. We're going to continue. I'm not going to fast forward the video because I want you to see it in real time. That way you don't miss anything. Now again, don't press too hard on the blade. It's not necessary. Just a nice light cut. Twice if you need to. I do it twice. One to actually cut, the other one to cut again, to guide it. This one's to guide it, and then this one's to cut actually. Okay, that's 2. And one more. Just right on the edge, as close as possible. There we go. Alright, that's done. And here is the card. All nice. Alright. Like I said, it's not going to come out perfect. Remember, this is something for you. You know, this is close enough. So we're just going to flip it around. Make sure your area is clean. As you can see, mine's not, but then again, that's another story. Now, on the second sheet, you're going to want to cut exactly on the edge. Don't leave any white, because now the tricky part to this is to get this on here. But again, it's not going to be perfect, but it's going to be good enough. So just stand by. We'll spray it again. Just a light spray. I don't know if you can hear that. Okay. This is sheet number 2. Now we're going to start from the top and work our way this way. We want this top and this side. Don't try to center it. So we're going to go right in the corner. I've done this so many times that basically I can do it with my eyes closed. So there we go. I hardly ever mess these up, but sometimes I do. Okay. Make sure you get the edges, because the edges, when you start working on it, you might bend it by accident and then it's all ruined. Again, you're going to clean this out and you're just going to press up and down, and that's pretty much it. Now, we're going to flip it around. Now you're going to see we got some edging there. No problem. We're going to take our blade and we're going to just cut that off. We're just going to cut that off carefully. Now, sometimes, see, my hand is not very steady, so I'm just going to go ahead and use the ruler. I'm going to use the ruler. I'll just start from the beginning right there. You got a lot of space to mess with this, so you're not going to mess it up. So let's cut as close as possible, and let's see what it looks like. There we go. That's good. Now, this side, we probably don't need to cut much. The top, just a little bit. You can see a little bit of white, so we're just going to go ahead and... Oh, yeah, you can't see it. So we're going to cut off a little bit off the top. Just a little bit. All right. Now you can see the white on this one. You can barely see it on this side. So we're going to cut a little bit off of that. Just a tad. Again, it's not going to be perfect. This is the way I do it on all my cards. So that's the way I do it. That's the way I'm going to stick with. And also a little bit on the corner there. So we're going to cut that out. Let me put the blade on here like this. And just see how much we can get off of that. There we go. All right. So this looks pretty much done. So now what you're going to do is you're going to grab your little cloth material. Going to bend it a couple times. You're going to place it on here. We're going to flatten out the edges. Remove all the flashing. Just make a nice flat edge. Right there. You can feel it. There we go. So basically, the card is done. It's done. Now, everyone always asks me, how do you get the corners done? Well, that's where this little gadget comes in. This is called a corner rounder. You can adjust the angle where you want to cut the edge of pretty much anything. You can get these on eBay for about $20. Maybe I got this one for $15, I think, and it came brand new in the box. And it has a plastic wheel, which is the actual plastic that holds the cardboard while you cut it. You can buy those, or if you want, you can do what I do and just make your own. I mold stuff. So here's the original cutting, and I just made a mold and made as many as I want. Now I don't have to buy it, so it's all good. Very simple to use. Once you put your card there, you can use these screws to adjust. This one's already set up. These are just hand screws. Just screw them in there. And again, this is not going to come out exactly perfect, so which one of these you want to just find the best edge to get in there. I don't know if you can you see that in there? Okay. Press down, and there's one corner. And please be careful. Don't stick your finger in there. That thing is super sharp. It will definitely take your hand out. Your fingers out. Okay, that's number 2. Place that again and again. It's not going to come out perfect, but 3. Sometimes you might have to remove the flashing, but sometimes you don't. And, oh, beautiful. Look at that. Beautiful rounded edges. Now, if you see a little bit of flashing there, just grab your scissors and just cut it off. And we'll put this down here. All right, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to put a little bit of glue on the coin. The reason why we're going to do that is because we can't glue this on there yet, because we have to use this to align the coin. So we're just going to put a little bit on there, just so that it doesn't move while we're putting the bubble on there. All right, that's pretty good. We're going to put that there. Let's put that back. And here we go. We're just going to place it like so. Just give it a tiny press. just enough so it doesn't move while you're working. All right, so you might want to blow on this if you have an air canister or something. This stuff is like a dust magnet. It just picks up everything, hair, dog hair, whatever. It picks everything up. So we're gonna go ahead and place it right there. More or less, that's pretty good. Doesn't have to. You don't have to go all the way to the edge. Once you got it, you might want to just press into it and slowly remove it. Now your coin is centered. Now my hands are kind of dirty, as you can see, so we're going to try to do this as carefully as possible. We're going to put the gun or the weapon on the side of there. So we're going to go ahead and slice off a piece of this. Grab your scissors. And again, you can still do this even though you get fingerprints. You're not going to see it. I've done it so many times that I don't even notice that it's there. All right, so we got the tape. We're going to put it on the gun. We'll put it this way so it doesn't bother the molded clip that's on there. It's going to take a second. Here we go. No, wait, I got it backwards. There we go. No, I got it right. Sometimes this thing is, here we go. All right. I guess that's pretty good. Yeah, you do see a little bit of fingerprint, but you're not going to, it's not the end of the world. We're going to remove the edge of it. And we're going to go ahead and place it anywhere you want. Top, bottom, doesn't matter. I'm going to put that on there. Okay. Hopefully this won't come off. Hopefully. Okay, I guess that's going to hold tight there. Okay, because sometimes when I remember when I bought Star Wars figures, the gun was flying all over the place, so it doesn't matter. Okay, that looks pretty good. It's a strong tape. All right, so we got the gun. Now the main question is, how do you put the sticker on there, the adhesive? At first, I guess the excuse me, guys, my voice is still a little out of whack, but we're going to use double-sided tape. We're going to cut off a piece longer than the actual bubble. This thing is really tight. You might want to, just press in there. Get a little bit of this off. We're going to go ahead and place it right on the edge. Carefully. And try not to touch the rest of the tape. If you're going to touch it, just touch the inside of it. That way we can work with it. There we go. Alright, that's one side. Again, it might look a little sloppy this way, but once you cut it, you're not going to see it. You're not going to see it. So we'll cut another piece off. And you might want to cut a little piece longer because your fingerprints are on there. So once you place it on there, your fingerprints will disappear. Well, not exactly, but, it is what it is. Plus, I'm always working with my hands, so my hands are always dirty. Sorry about that. So we're going to cut another piece. We're going to cut that. And again, I'm not going to speed up the video because I want you all to see exactly what I'm doing. I don't want you to miss a thing. And again, this is not the definitive way to do it. There are many ways to do it, but this is just my way. And funny thing is, when I started this 2 years ago, I swear I never saw a video on YouTube of how to do this. I did this all on my own without even realizing that someone had already done it on YouTube. Believe it or not. Okay. Looks like we got all the edges. Want to grab your trusty scissors there. Make sure you get a nice and clean. And again, this is not rocket science. All you want to do is start off and cutting a piece off, and make sure that you get it off your fingers. And we're just going to follow the pattern of the bubble. Again, you have some nice sharp scissors, and make sure that every time you cut, you remove the rest of the tape, because once it gets stuck on your scissors and you try to cut it, you're going to ruin it. You don't want tape following you all the way around. And again, I'm not gonna fast forward this video because I want you all to see what I am doing. That's the whole purpose of the video. It's a little tedious sometimes, but it is what it is. Put that on there. Usually I go a little slower. See what I mean about the tape? You need to cut that off. You need to take that off because it'll ruin it. It might get stuck on the card when you don't think it's there, and it'll ruin everything. So again, I'm doing this on the fly. I'm trying to hurry up, so I don't want you guys to get bored. But usually when I'm here by myself, I go nice and slow, take my time. And I love it because once it's finished, You're like, wow, did I do that? Yes, you did. Again, you look at the sticky tip is tough, I'm telling you. But it's good. It's good. The tougher the better. So you might want to, I'm going to keep going. Try to see if I can speed this up a little bit. There we go. Yeah. Again, you can use an X-Acto knife, but you know, I'm just gonna wing it like this. This is how I've been doing it, so I'm not gonna change it. All right, I think we got everything. I think I just left a little piece out. Actually, I left a lot of pieces out. Let me continue. I don't know if you can see this. Are you getting a good angle on this? I want to make sure everybody gets a good angle. Now, I might have made a mistake here. I think a piece of tape fell on there, but we'll leave it as is. Sometimes that happens. Let me see, where else did we go? Cut there. And again, I'm rushing a little bit. I'm rushing a little bit, so if it comes out a little messed up, at least you get the general idea of how it's done. Now, as far as I can tell, I'm the only YouTuber that's doing Power of the Force recarding, unless somebody already did it. And a little bit on the back here, and I think that looks pretty good. I don't see anything else wrong with it. Okay, again, now if you have an aerosol canister, which I'm gonna buy next time, you're gonna need to blow into that. If you got a cat or a dog or ferrets or a pig, you will get little dust bunnies in here. So let's see. Okay, I think we're ready. We're gonna, again, the coin is set. We got the glue, we got the tape here, so I don't see why we can't proceed. Now, one little trick, I don't know if you guys seen this, but look at how shiny this figure is. Look at that shiny. When I got him, he was so dull, I was gonna throw him away. But if you use this little thing here, called Black Magic, you go ahead and you take a bubble that you're not gonna use, like this one, fill it up, dip them in there. I like to leave it for 24 hours face down, and then, you know, I guess a couple hours later flip it back up, and then dry it off, let them dry for 24 hours, and you get a nice, beautiful, clean figure. Of course, you gotta use a toothbrush to get all the edges off and all the dirt out. But there's the figure, there's the gun, we got the tape. Now we're gonna go ahead and put the figure in there. So hopefully this will come out right. Yes, I will definitely buy a can of aerosol. I gotta buy oxygen, really. I'm paying for oxygen. So we're gonna go ahead and put them on there. Now you see, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a piece of tape that attaches itself to, oh, here it is. Wait a minute. I think I can get it off. If I can. No, I'm just gonna leave it there. All right, make sure there's no hair there. And remember, we're gonna start with the top, right where the coin is, until you hear it snap. We're gonna place it down carefully. Now at this stage, we can still pull it out, no problem. But if you press down on it, you're pretty much done. So we're gonna grab our rag, the one that we use for the edges. We're just gonna open it up, and we're gonna start with the edge. Make sure you hold the edge in the corner here, and you're gonna go ahead and just slide down. You're gonna see the tape actually physically stick to it. You're gonna see it right there. We'll do the top. Okay, we'll do this side. Alright, and we're gonna do the bottom. Very important, don't forget the bottom. Once you got the tape on there, you will see the divider on where you cut, but it doesn't matter. It won't take away the value aesthetically of the figure, because it's going to be for you. And if you're going to sell it to someone or give it as a gift, yeah, you might want to take your time with it a little bit more, but overall, they're not going to see that. You see it, but your friend or your customer is not going to see that. But it's still just as good. Twist it in there, and there's no tape here, so you don't have to press into that. And just wipe out any fingerprints that you got on there. And lo and behold, your figure is done. And I like this bubble because it doesn't have that little edge where you have to put a footer like the original first Star Wars figures. That's a pain in the butt. But here it is. Gun on his side. You can go either right or left. And there it is. So now for all of you who wanted to know exactly how to do it, this is how I do it. If you got a better way, hey, more power to you. And that's pretty much it, everybody. So I'll see you next time, and may the Force be with you.